USA basketball supremacy for Team USA on the men's and women's side here on Hold My Banner. Travis Thomas here with the walking, talking triple double himself, Ante Campbell. Tay, golds all across the board. All gold, everything like Trinidad James, men's, women's, gold medal galore, baby. Let's go.
Let's do it. I'm also excited because I'm hearing on Celtics Twitter that Blake Griffin may have officiated Peyton Pritchard's wedding this weekend. That's also big news in Celtics land. So I'm excited about that. And of course, I'm excited about these gold medals,
Yes.
baby.
Yes. Goal all in our necks. Now,
Hey,
okay, I will say
hey.
this. I'm already married. You're not. So, just so you know, just put in the back of your mind, I'm
Yeah.
available to officiate your wedding. Like, just know I got your back if you need me, brother.
Yeah, I don't think that's coming anytime soon, Travis. So you got some time. You got some time.
All right. We'll move on before we get Tay in trouble here. And listen, you and I talked about USA France on the men's side, and
Yep.
really the game pretty much went like we predicted. We
Hmm.
both thought, look, even though France has size, especially on the interior, we thought they're a more skilled team. They're going to try and outskill the US, not be quite as physical as Serbia was. So the
Hmm.
game really went as predicted. The only thing I didn't see coming, and I'm sure it wasn't a shock to either one of us, was Steph Curry literally taking over that game late. Tay, I mean, look, this guy hit 8 threes in total, but the flurry of four of them coming in the last 2 minutes obviously sealed the deal for America. It's Team
Hmm.
USA's fifth straight, Tay, gold medal. Kevin Durant, by the way, breaks a record for the men's side for being the first player to win four golds.
Yep.
Steph just went off. Ante, it's one of the great moments of sports history. Forget Team USA, sports history. I mean, watching that with my kids was awesome. They were losing their minds, Ante. I have to imagine you were as well.
Yeah, he just killed all the doubt about people saying, "Oh, he's not clutch. He can't get it done." Da 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 da. He has the best players in the world on the court with him, right? You got LeBron James on the left, Kevin Durant on the right, and who do they turn to when they need somebody to save them? The last two games, not
Yep.
just the gold medal game, but the semifinal game as well. You turn to Steph Curry, and he put dagger after dagger after dagger in the heart of these European countries, and showed that America is dominant when it comes to basketball, and there's no question about that.
No doubt. I also just feel like we're all so fortunate to see LeBron, Katie, and Steph do this together. We will never see that again. LeBron's been pretty open about, I'm not really interested in 2028. KD will see, Steph will see, but it does feel like the end of an era, at least of the three of them doing this together. And Ante, I don't know about you, but I just feel really fortunate to have seen it. And I
Hmm.
also, and you know this about me, I always bring up the 92 Dream Team. I'm
Yeah.
sort of over that now. We're never going to see that again. And in that same way that I'm letting that go, we're never going to see that kind of dominance again on the international stage. We're likely never going to see that collection of superstars together again. I feel the
Hmm.
same way here with LeBron, KD, and Steph. I mean, what a special moment for all of us as sports, again, taking basketball out of it, as sports fans, to see those three do it on tape feels like an all time moment for all of us.
Yeah, it definitely is. And it's a special moment. I think Steph went out and said it that this was one and done for him. He just needed to
Yeah.
get that notch off of his book, you know what I mean, and get it going. But yeah, it's a special moment. It's one of those things where people always like to hate on guys who are not a part of their team, right? They like to hate on LeBron, say whatever, he's not the GOAT, da, 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 da. Maybe he's corny or he makes some lies every once in a while. They like
Yeah.
to hate on Kevin Durant, calling him a snake. Hate on Steph, saying he's not clutch. He's getting saved by the team, whatever, whatever. But it's one of those moments when you watch this Olympic run where you just have to sit back and appreciate greatness. And I think that's kind of what most of America did. Obviously, we missed out on Tatum a little bit. We would have loved to see him be a part of this group. But yeah, just being able to sit there and watch greatness and watch these guys figure it out and win gold has been a blessing for all of us. And it's been fun to watch. And I'm so glad that they band together and finally did it.
Yeah, now you brought up Jason Tatum. More on him in a moment. I have to talk about Wemby because
Hmm.
here he comes, man. Like this guy is unbelievable. Although I was so happy to see our country win, obviously,
Hmm.
Ante, I left that game. Of course, Steph stole the spotlight, but I left that game being like, this Victor Wembanyama kid is so damn good, so damn talented. It's not just the 26 points and 7 boards. It was the tenacity. It was the toughness. It was
Hmm.
showing off the bag. I mean, he has a bag of moves. I saw him do a hezzy on Joel Embiid at the top of the key. Embiid's on skates. Then he
Hmm.
decides, no, I'm not going to pull up. Crosses him over, goes to the hoop, finishes, screams on Team USA. I'm like, oh my damn. There were moments in the game. USA felt like they were starting to pull away. Wemby would hit a clutch three. He's
Hmm.
screaming at his team. I'm like, this dude's unbelievable. He kind of reminded me a little bit, and I know he's only like 20, right? But
Hmm.
he's like a tall, lanky, French version of the Terminator. He just would
Mm.
not die. He would not go quietly into the night no matter what. In fact, in his post game interview, I have this quote. He was just asked about playing against his top competition on this world stage. Wemby said, quote, I'm learning and I'm worried about my opponents in the future. And they said,
Yeah.
is that FIBA or NBA? In which he coldly responded, both. That's what I'm telling you. This kid's a Terminator. I mean, I can't even believe what I was watching. I left that game thinking, oh my God, just like he terrorized the NBA in his
Yeah.
rookie year, he got rookie of the year. He is going to be an absolute animal, a monster, a beast of the highest order in 4 years, Ante. What the hell are we going to do as a country to shut that monster down?
Yeah, hope and pray. That's what you're gonna have to do as a country. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to hope and pray that AD comes back and he still is a great defender like he is today. We're gonna have to hope
Woo!
and pray that Chet Holmgren is, keeps building up his body and is still able to battle with Wemby like he did throughout their rookie, quote unquote, rookie years. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then we're gonna hope that guys like Paolo come in and do some things for USA in the
Yeah.
future. Maybe Jackson Jr. gets another opportunity. He wasn't great in his last US stint, but maybe he's more fired up to be a little bit better in his next opportunity if he gets one. Those kind of guys are gonna really have to step up. Maybe we even see a young guy like the kid Cooper Flag from Duke end up, being kind of a guy who's physical and can be down there fighting with guys. So, yeah, but honestly, hope and pray, man. Hope and pray.
I'm not going to lie. None of the names you said helped me sleep better at night, except, I mean, Brow, but, Brow will be 35 by then. So
Right.
who the hell knows? And with his injury history, who knows what kind of player or even if he'll be around, too. I know he wants to
Right.
play, but who knows? I like Chet. Chet probably is our best shot, but I just feel like Chet can go band for band with Wemby in terms of scoring. I don't believe
Hmm.
Chet can shut this guy down defensively, and I'll be honest, I don't think anyone can. I think Wemby knows it. I want to talk about Jason Tatum because you brought him up.
Yep.
You know, and we've really done a good job illustrating on this show that Steve Kerr has been so disrespectful to Jason Tatum. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one thing to say, well, the shooting aspect. Jason Tatum can play defense. Jason
Yep.
Tatum can crash boards. Jason Tatum can facilitate the ball. Yet Steve Kerr couldn't find minutes for this guy. Then did you see it? He blames a math equation. He's like, well, it's really more of a math problem. How's you're an idiot sound, Steve Kerr? But hey,
Yeah.
that's a gold medal winning coach. let me show some respect. But I will
Yep.
say this, and I tell this to young broadcasters all the time. They come to me for advice, and they'll say, and it's happened here at Nesson and other places I've worked, and they
Mm-hmm.
say, what do I do now? I don't have enough experience. I don't have experience. How do I get my first job or my next job or whatever it is? And I always say, what you're doing here today counts.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can't see the forest through the trees. And it's like, well, what do I do now? Well, this is experience you're gaining. I know you're saying you don't have experience, but being here at Nesson or being wherever, that's experience. That's how I feel with Jason Tatum. I have his resume here,
Mm-hmm.
Ante.
Let
I
me
mean,
hear it.
honestly, this gold medal counts. So this is now
Yep.
his second gold medal. He's an NBA champion. He's a
Mm-hmm.
5-time All Star, 4-time All NBA. Tatum also has the most playoff points in history, Ante, before the age of 27 years old. So
Mm-hmm.
think about that. He's only 26. Listen to the company he joins now with this gold medal. Tatum now joins Michael Jordan and LeBron James as the only players to win both the gold medal, NBA title, and make the All NBA first team in the same year. I
Wow.
mean, Ante, this is Hall of Fame stuff we're talking about. Tatum also said, hey, not playing here does not affect my decision to play in 2028, which is good news because it's in LA. Steve Kerr should be long gone. There should be a coach there that respects this guy. If it ain't Joe Mazzulla himself, I would think maybe
Yeah.
Spoelstra. Who knows? But I mean, Tatum, I'm looking at it now. I know he's young. It already feels like a Hall of Fame career to me, Ante. How
Yeah.
does Tatum's Olympic experience this time around sit with you?
I've been saying this a lot throughout this show the last couple of times. I
Yeah,
think it's just ammo. That's all I'm thinking, right? He sat twice against Serbia, both times, got limited minutes in the gold medal game, whatever, because it felt like pity minutes. Like, here, fine.
right.
Your mom, you know how it is, Travis. Like, well, you've seen it before as a parent when the parent comes up to the coach and is like, oh, my kid, my kid, my kid. So then they play them like 5 minutes and they're like, all right, here. And then they play bad and they're like, see,
Yep,
this is why we
yep,
don't play them. That's
yep.
kind of what it felt like in the gold medal game, what they did with Tatum. They didn't really give him an opportunity to really be successful on this Olympic team, which is just blasphemous. I think even Trey Young and Paul George were talking about how blasphemous it is that he's the odd man out in this situation where he can't get minutes when he's first team All NBA. And I know I've said that a million times, but it is what it is. I think that this is ammo, and we're going to get a great MVP battle coming down.
Yeah,
You talked
yep,
about Giannis in future
yep,
in past episodes. We know what he's going to do, how he's kind of prepared. He's hearing all the noise. Jokic is the best player in the world, and he's shown us that time and time again. Shout out to him for carrying Serbia to a bronze medal in the Olympics this year. That was great. Now we have the Tatum MVP narrative, and I think this is finally the year where he has a real opportunity and a real shot to put the
yep.
world on notice and let everybody know, hey, I am the best player in the world. Just because I'm playing with another guy who's great with Jaylen Brown doesn't mean that he's not great. We're both great, but I'm the greatest. And I think he's going to try to show that to a lot of people because of the disrespect that he's gotten from Steve Kerr and this coaching staff throughout this Olympic run.
I agree, Tay. I think the guy's Captain America. I really do. The gold medals. I believe if the Celtics repeat, he has the opportunity. Everyone talks about Anthony Edwards and all these
Mm-hmm.
guys. Cool. But I actually think Jason Tatum still has the opportunity to be the face of the NBA. How about
Yeah.
this? The women's game. I mean, bro, you and I watched this together. We were on the edge of our seats. It was unbelievable. In fact,
Yeah.
if you think about this, Tay, the last two games you and I have watched together, because we didn't
Mm-hmm.
watch Team USA on the men's side against France in the gold medal
Right.
game together. We watched the Serbia game together, and then
Mm-hmm.
we watched the women's gold medal game against France together. So both of these games we watched were edge of your seat insane. You and I need a break from these
Right.
or from these heart racing type games. But
Yeah.
Team USA women were able to hang on literally for dear life and win that gold medal. They needed some help from the basketball gods, brother, to get it done. I thought it was a sloppy game all around. Turnovers, both teams, France and the US, they both shot like absolute shack. But in the end, it felt like a war of attrition to me. It just felt like those ladies were going as hard as they could on both sides. And
Hmm.
thank God the woman from France, her foot was on the line. Thank God for that prayer three, because if not, that was going to overtime, and who the hell knows, because it's a home game for them. Team USA hangs on. That's eight straight Ante for them. Pure
Hmm.
dominance for Team USA for the ladies.
I feel like whenever I was watching that game, I felt like I was still watching Steve Kerr coach because I was scratching my head and thinking, like, why is this team struggling so bad when they
Yeah,
have a simple answer, right? So they had
right.
13 turnovers in the first half, 0 for
Yeah,
3 from 3, right? They
right.
put BG in, and
Yeah,
guess what? They stopped turning the ball over because they started throwing the ball inside to the big, which is what you're supposed to do, right?
right.
And it's against a French team that they know is bigger than them and more physical than them. So, okay, let's play the 6'9" woman, you know what I mean? And throw her in the post. And she was banging. She scored two
Yep.
quick buckets doing what
Yep.
BG does. You know what I'm saying? So you do that, and I'm like, okay, you know what else could solve a turnover issue and the non-shooting issue? Maybe put one of the not one of the best shooter in the WNBA in the game, and what happens to be one of the best guards in the WNBA. I would maybe even argue the best guard in the WNBA with Sabrina Ionescu, and put her
Yep.
in the game. Doesn't play for the whole first half. So I'm like, are we trying to lose this game?
Right.
Like, you have to sit there and question it because these two ladies could have made the game so much easier for them. Griner and Ionescu, they're all time. They're gonna go down as legends in the game. Like it just looked easy when they got into the game. But for a long time they wanted to run with a different group. And I was confused by it. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day, Travis. They got the goal, and that's all that mattered. Luckily, Gabby Williams' shoe size isn't two sizes smaller. You know what I mean? Because then it would have went to overtime. So, it is what it is. But we got the goal.
Hey, you know what? For more reflection on the Olympics, check out Boston has entered the chat. Tune in on Nesson's YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever you get your podcasts, and make sure you follow us on all your social media accounts for all of our best content. All right, my friend. I know
Mm-hmm.
we've been drafting these all-time teams. We've done point
Yep.
guards. We've done all-time shooting guards.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, today is the day. We're doing all time small forwards. Is this correct?
That is correct. We are doing all time small forwards, Travis, for the draft. I'm going to take the first pick because the last time I so gracefully gave you Michael Jordan. And I'm going to take the first pick with this one. All right. So
All
for
right.
the first pick, I'm not even going to waste too much of your time. I would like to take PG because I'm going to have him at PG, LeBron, Ramon, James as my point guard. So thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And much like when I took Michael Jordan, you saw it coming, you had a
Mm-hmm.
counterpunch ready, and you
Yep.
took Kobe Bean Bryant. And I
Yep.
respected that. I too, my friend, have a nice counterpunch waiting in the tuck because I
Okay.
knew you were going to take LeBron James, and I respect it. I will
Yep.
take my fellow Marylander, Kevin Durant. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Yep. KD. I love that pick for you. All right, man. So you got KD. You got some size. I gotta go get a guy who I think would play extremely well with LeBron. Both great passers. This guy is known to be a little bit of a better shooter. He played here in Boston, and he wore that 3-3. I will take Larry Legend, Larry Bird, as my small forward. Thank you very much.
I don't like this one bit.
Yep.
I don't like it one bit. You have two passers, two
Yep.
scorers. I don't like it one bit. Two tough guys. I don't like it one bit.
Yep.
All right. Well, listen, man. I mean, that's a tough one to counter punch. I was hoping I got him. Since I didn't get Larry Legend, I obviously have some scoring in Kevin Durant and a willing defender.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think I need a real defender. Somebody that I could just say, do the best you can on Bird, do the best you can on Braun. I can move him around. I'm going to go
Yep.
Scottie Pippen. I'm going to go
Scotty too
Scotty to
hotty.
pair with. I'm going to go Scotty to pair with KD, and at least I'm not going to ask him to score much. I'm going to just do dirty work. Boards,
Okay.
steals, go to the cup. But really, I got him for defense.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Scotty too hotty. I like that pick. That makes it rough on me. I'm not gonna lie as I look down at my notes
Good.
because uh, there's a lot of great players here at the small forward position. I know people don't really look at the small forward position too favorably over time, but I kind of do. Man, that really makes it tough. You know, I'm gonna go with the young buck. I'm gonna go with the guy who I think can eclipse top three, top five small forwards all time. Maybe not top
Ooh,
three, but definitely top five. And he can definitely get there one day. You talked about him in the show and all these accolades that he
ooh,
has as a 8-year player in the NBA. I'm gonna
ooh.
take Mr. Jason Tatum right here with this pick and put him at my shooting guard. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, thank you.
You're welcome.
Seems a little high to take JT. So,
I don't think so.
no? Okay. I was originally going to go throwback because I thought you were
Mm-hmm.
going to throw back. So I was
Mm-hmm.
going to try to match band for band there. But since you went new age, I'm going new age.
Uh-oh.
You got Tatum,
Yeah.
no problem. Okay. Give me Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You're taking him at the three? He's a
Yeah.
four-man.
He could play three.
He's a four-man.
He could play
Oh
either.
my God. You're wasting power forwards,
He
man.
could play all five. I might take him in that draft too.
He's a no, he's gone now. He's eliminated. You
Okay,
wasted him.
good. Give me
Oh my
Giannis.
God. All right. Well, fine.
KD, Scotty, Giannis. This team is nasty.
All right, whatever. I'm gonna go get a guy who can guard. Then you know what I'm saying. Giannis, a guy who's physical, a guy who's a two-time NBA champion. Unlike Giannis, obviously, a guy who we know is a winner when he does play. The only question mark about him is will he play? But that's the greatest thing about this, Travis. It's fantasy. This guy's playing every game for me. You know who I'm taking? The guy we got there right there on the screen in a white Clippers jersey, Kawhi Leonard. Thank you very much.
Fair enough. All right. You got Kawhi. All right. I respect that. All right. Listen, you took Tatum, which was shocking.
Mm-hmm.
You have Larry Bird, not shocking,
Yep.
but that's just too many Celtics on your team for me to not have one. So, I mean, I got my defense and Pip. I'll have him bring the ball up
Yep.
because, they called him a point forward.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll probably play KD at the two.
Yep.
Giannis can do whatever. I'll probably put him at four.
Mm-hmm.
I need a pure three here who could score, and I need a Celtic. I'll
Yep.
go Paul Pierce, please.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like that. Paul Pierce.
I got a nice little squad right here.
Yeah, you do, but I think my team is better and it's gonna continue to be better because I'm gonna go get a guy who, man, this dude, he's known for playing with a lot of stars. Play with Michael Jordan, play with Magic Johnson, play with Kareem. You know what I'm saying? So he won't have any issues fitting in here. We know he has a hard hat on his head. He plays defense. He slashes and finishes at the rim extremely well, shoots the mid range, winner in college, winner in the NBA. And we want, you know me, Travis, I love winners and I want a winner. So I got to go get Big Game James, Mr. Worthy.
See, That's a 4 too. You're doing the same thing I did. Our power forward draft is going to be trash.
Hey, that's your fault. You want to take power forwards that are kind of small forwards? That's what I'm doing. I'm taking big game James, and he's bulking up with Giannis. What's up, Travis? Yeah, yeah. Barking dog. Yeah.
Bro, bro, our power forward draft is going to be trash, dog. All
Yep.
right. All right. So look, Pip's running one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I need a body, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I need a body. But I keep looking at this old timer. I ain't even see him play, but he was just so graceful.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to reshift my lineup. I'm going to go Pip at the point guard. I'll move Kevin Durant to the 3.
Yep.
Paul Pierce can play 4. Giannis is
Mm-hmm.
my center. I'm going to go Dr. J as my shooting guard. I have to
Ooh,
do it. He's
Dr.
staring me in
J.
the face. He's just staring me
Yeah.
right in my face. I got to do it.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick. And that leaves me with my 6 man, my last guy. Man, there's a lot of great dudes on this list that I really want to show some love to.
Yeah.
Ah, man, it's tough. Growing up where I'm from, I feel like I gotta take this dude. You know what I mean? He was an ultimate bucket getter, really a transcendent guy in the league. I gotta just take him, man. I gotta take it's between the Lakers legend and the Celtics legend for me right now, honestly. So it's hard. I have a couple of Celtics legends, one Laker legend. I think I gotta take another Laker legend. I'm sorry, forgive me, Boston fans, but I'm sorry. I gotta take Elgin Baylor with this one, man. Just an all-time bucket getter, do it all guy. It would be wrong for me to make this list and not throw him on there from my upbringing. So I gotta do Elgin Baylor.
All right. Fair enough. So that's your team, right? You got
Yep.
Worthy, Tatum, Braun, Bird,
Hmm.
Kawhi, and Elgin Baylor.
Yep.
That's your squad, right?
Yep.
All right. So all I need is a bench player. I
Yep.
got Pippen running my point, Dr. J at the shooting guard, Kevin Durant at 3, Paul Pierce at 4, Giannis at 5.
Hmm.
Man, I'm not going to hold you. I was going to go Melo coming off my bench just to get buckets. I
Yeah.
was thinking Jimmy Butler with the toughness coming off my bench, but I'm going to go in a different direction here. I want to bring in a human highlight film off of my bench and just have them dunk all over your face, especially your
Hmm.
old timers. Worthy, Baylor, Bird, he's going to dunk on all these guys. Give me Dominique Wilkins coming off my
Yeah.
bench.
Yeah. Yeah, it hurts me. I ain't even gonna lie to not have John Havlicek on my team. I'm not gonna lie. I really did want to have him. He's great. Obviously, I would have loved to show love to Carmelo, Jimmy Butler, great wings, Alex English. Whew, you remember Alex English?
Of course. Of
You know what I'm
course.
saying? But yeah, you have a great team. So I
Yeah,
can't
my team's
complain
going
too
to beat
much
your
about that.
team's ass. My team's definitely
Okay,
going to win this.
okay,
It's definitely going to
okay.
win.
You say this every time, bro. All right, run through your team really quickly, and then I'm gonna run through mine for the people at
All
home
right.
one more time.
All right. I got Pippen, Giannis, Dr. J, Paul Pierce, KD coming off the bench, Dominique Wilkins.
I got Bron, Jason Tatum, Larry Bird, Kawhi, Big Game James Worthy, and Elgin Baylor coming off my bench. Bro, we got dimers. Where your assist men at, bro? I
I
just see
don't
a
need
bunch of
any.
yeah, clearly.
I don't
And we
need any.
locking up. We're locking
Nah.
up.
Bro, my team should be favored by 15 points.
Yeah. Whatever, Travis. Whatever,
Bro,
bro.
is it true we got a fan email? Did this really happen to us?
Yeah, so we did get a fan email. We stole it from Boston is in the chat. You know
That's
what I
all
mean?
right.
Our friends over there, Boston is in the chat. Sorry about that, but I had to steal this one because I love it. All right, so we got a fan email. This is from Michael. All right, I'm gonna read
All
this
right.
one out to you guys. He says, "Who is your breakout NBA player this year?" I'm gonna say Franz Wagner may take another step after being the leading scorer for Germany this Olympics. He will still be the second option behind Banchero, but I can see him becoming an all-star in a weak Eastern Conference. So that's what our friend Michael has to say. Who do you think is going to be the breakout player for you this year, Travis?
Man, who was that kid that was lighting up the Celtics for the Pacers? Andrew Nembhard?
Yeah.
I like his game. I mean,
Hmm.
I know like Halliburton's their guy and all that, but and obviously Siakam as well. But man, that kid can play. I mean, it wasn't so much just the points output; it was the shots he was choosing to take. I mean, Ante,
Hmm.
he wanted the big shots. He was not, shrinking to the big moments, and he was clutch. I mean, some of
Yeah.
those threes he was hitting were in, Derek White's face or Jalen Brown's face, and he's pulling
Yeah.
up from the logo late in these games. And I remember talking to you, and I was like,
Hmm.
man, this guy's special. And you're like, he's really young too.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so I like him. I'm gonna have. I think I said this on Banner
Hmm.
that I feel like the Pacers in a weird way are almost being slept on. I do think they are a legitimate threat to the Celtics. I do. I mean, if they can run that back and be healthy, obviously,
Hmm.
that team gained valuable playoff experience playing in the Eastern Conference Final. I like that kid. I would
Yeah.
say Andrew Nembhard for me.
As far as sleeping, I'm still asleep. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm still asleep on the Pacers, man. I don't think I believe in them that
You
much.
like him though. You like that kid.
I like him. I do like
Yeah.
him. I think Nemhard is a good guard. He's one of those old school kind of guards where you can put the ball in his hands. He can run pick
Yeah.
and roll. He can run a team. He can, wants to guard. I wouldn't say he's like a plus defender or anything like that, but he's willing to put his body on the line and guard. He can make every shot. He's a good player, so I like him a lot. A guy that I think is going to have a breakout year, and I know a lot of people are getting a lot of like giving this dude a lot of flack on the internet because of whatever, like it's just the internet. They're always going to be mean to you if they can, right? But this dude, Josh Giddey, honestly, from watching Olympic basketball, like how Michael was watching Franz Wagner, I was sitting up there watching Josh Giddey and just incredibly impressed. He averaged 17 and a half points a game in this Olympic run. He had shot about 47% from three, 50% from the field. Even in the exhibition games that he had, Australia was 4-1. He had 16 points a game in 24 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I think it really showed us that this dude with increased opportunity can be a guy who can really run an offense. Now, we don't know what's going to happen with the Bulls. We have no idea what their plan is for Lonzo. We have no idea what their plan is for Kobe White. You know what I mean? Ayo DeSumo. They are very guard heavy. So we don't know if they're going to put the ball in his hands and allow him to be the guard that he is, because he played off the ball with Shea. Shea's an on-ball guard and one of the best on-ball guards in the league. There's no doubt about that. So you have to put the ball in his hands. So Lonzo's not really kind of an on-ball type of guard in the half court. He's more of fast break, push the ball ahead kind of guy. So maybe Giddey gets the opportunity to really run the offense in the half court, because I know they were asking DeRozan to do that. He's not there anymore. This should be Giddey's opportunity. If he can take advantage of this opportunity, he might be a guy that we look at towards the end of the year, or at least towards All-Star break, where we're like, maybe he's a fringe All-Star guy. We have no idea. I know the turnovers have been kind of an issue for him during Olympic play, but otherwise extremely efficient, rebounding the ball well, big guard, defense. I love everything that OKC saw in him when they drafted him. We're seeing all of that now in the Olympics.
All right, let's end Hold My Banner with this, Ante.
Mm-hmm.
USA remains the gold standard in basketball across the board. 8 straight for the ladies now. And the
Mm-hmm.
men's side, I said this to start the show. This is me personally. I am letting go of the 92 Dream Team. I am, Ante. I'm done with it. I lived it. I loved it.
We're done
We
with the
will,
90s.
I'm done. We'll never see it again. The rest of the world has caught up. It is what it is. And really, it looks like it on the women's side, too, to be honest with you. So I just, for now, I want to celebrate being at the top of the basketball mountain on both the
Mhm.
men's and the women's side for USA. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm loving it right now, Tay. You get the final word on this.
Yeah, I do too. I'm going to take advantage of appreciating greatness once again. It's a
Yeah.
great time to be a USA basketball fan. We are at the top, but that gap is closing. And, honestly, I love it. Watching closer basketball games, sitting there yelling with you during the
Yep.
game, you know what I mean? Sitting there when I was at Fenway and yelling with the rest of the crowd as we're watching on our phones, USA
Yep.
basketball, as we're watching, Red Sox, Astros. It was a lot of fun to be able to watch these teams playing these close games. Obviously, a little heart wrenching to see that we're getting worse, but not worse. Other countries are getting better. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so, obviously, it's a great thing. Basketball is growing, and I'm just glad that the sport that we came up with in this country is being able to be shared with the world, and everyone's enjoying it. So it's been fun.
Bro, you can't get more Americana than watching Team USA on your phone while at a Red Sox game at Fenway. Like that, you were forget Jason Tatum, you're Captain America on there.
On the monster too. On the monster.
On the monster.
On the monster.
That's wicked. Hey, for all of our best content of the day, make sure you follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. For Travis Thomas and my man Ante Campbell, thank you for watching Hold My Banner. Till next time, when we ask you to hold it again. Peace.
Deuces.